Good morning, friends. It's Miss Rossi here, ready for another day of guided reading on YouTube. So exciting. Okay, so friends, today we're going to do something just like we did yesterday. If you did not watch my video from yesterday about our guided reading book, please watch the video from yesterday. Just like yesterday, today you don't need anything with you except for a quiet place to either listen to the video with your headphones or listen to the video on your tablet or on your computer. You also need to know how to pause your video, okay? So remember yesterday we paused it by pressing the big spacebar key or by pressing the pause button on the YouTube videos. If you don't know how to do that, you can ask a parent or a guardian, or you can call Miss Rossi or one of your teachers and we can show you, okay? So today we're gonna get started with a new book and we're gonna do a second lesson of guided reading. Okay, so here Miss Rossi is going to talk about what we're practicing again today. Yesterday we practiced reading through the word. If you remember how you can read through the word, I want you to pause your video and say out loud what we look for when we read through the word. Pause your video and tell me what we look for when we read through the word now. Raise your hand if you said that when we read through the word, we look for our blends. Raise your hand if when we read through the word, we look for our ends. Nice job. Raise your hand if when we read through the word, we look for our vowel teams. Great job. Now you all should know that when we read through the word, we read every single sound. We read, we don't skip sounds in our words. We don't make up sounds. We read the sounds that we see in the words. So we look for our blends, ends, and vowel teams. When we read through the word, we look for our blends, ends, and vowel teams. Nice job if you just did that with me. If you didn't do your hand motions with me, let's do it again. Ready? When we read through the word, we look for our blends, ends, and vowel teams. Excellent job, friends. We're going to practice reading through the word together today with some new words. So let's practice. The first word starts with the G. So put your finger underneath that word. We are looking for our blends, ends, and vowel teams. So if you see a blend at the beginning of the word, say the blend that you see now. Awesome job if you said GL. GL says gl. It says, very nice job. Now I noticed something at the end of this word. I noticed an E at the end of this word. Raise your hand if you think this might be a silent E. Raise your hand if you don't think it's a silent E. Okay, let's practice. First, we're gonna practice without a silent E and see if that word makes sense. So, gl, and the A is going to say a in this word if we don't think there's a silent E. So let's go ahead and try to read that word without our silent E. Here we go. Take your finger, put it underneath the first blend. Get ready. We're reading on 2, 1, 2. Gl, as, glass. Is glass a word? No. Say no way, no way. So we might think that this is a silent E, which means that A is going to say, good job if you said A. A is going to say its name. A is going to say its. When we have a silent E, the vowel says its name. The vowel says its. So let's try again reading through the word, but this time reading with our silent E. Take your finger, put it underneath the beginning blend. It says, we're reading together on 2, 1, 2. Glaze. Glaze. Is glaze a word? Yes, nice reading through the word. We found a blend in the beginning and we saw a silent E vowel at the end of the word and we read glaze. Awesome job. Let's go to the next word. Oh, I see some blends, some ends, and some vowel teams in this word. I want you to pause your video and say out loud what blends, ends, and vowel teams that you see. Go ahead and pause your video now. Nice job looking for your blends, ends, and vowel teams. I want you to say which beginning blend that you see. Good job if you said sm. SM says sm. SM says. Nice job. I see an ending in this word. What ending? Oh, Miss Rossi got tricked. I see another blend somewhere in this word. What's another blend that you see in this word? I want you to say the blend that you see now. Nice job if you said TH. We know TH says. Great job. Now I see an ending that we've talked about in class. an ending that you know from your blends cards. Go ahead and say the ending out loud now. Good job if you said ly. Remember, ly says lee. Ly says. And now in the middle of our word, we have something else. We have a vowel team. Remember, when two vowels go walking, the first one does the talking. Nice job. So you should see the vowel team O-O. Remember, O-O says ooh. O-O says. O-O says. Are we ready to read through the word? Look at our beautiful work. We have our blends, our ends, and our vowel teams all ready to go. Now we need to read every single sound. We need to read. All right, take your finger, put it underneath the beginning blend. We're going to read through the word together on 2, 1, 2. Smoothly. Faster. Smoothly. All together. The word is smoothly. Raise your hand if you got smoothly correct. If you got smoothly correct, awesome job, because that's a second grade word and you got it, friends. Nice job. Let's practice reading through the word one more time. I tried to give a little bit of a tricky one with some different vowel teams, so let's see who can figure this one out. I want you to pause the video, and I want you to look for your blends, ends, and vowel teams, and then read through the word. Go ahead and pause your video now. Nice job if you found your blends, ends, and vowel teams. You should have found an ending, which is ed, and ed says duh. Nice job. Ed says duh. You also should have seen a vowel team in the middle of this word. I see 2 vowels that are going walking, so I know that the first one is going to do the talking. So OA is going to say, OA is going to say, O. Let's read through the word with our vowel team and our ending. Take your finger and put it underneath the first sound. We're reading through the word together on 2, 1, 2. O. Id. Faster. Oat. Id. All together. The word is coated. The word is coated. Very nice job. Like my food was coated in cheese. That means there's a lot of it. All right, let's go ahead and start reading our book. Today we're reading a nonfiction text. That means we're reading an informational book about what you can be when you grow up. Today our book is called I'd Like to Be. And in this story, the characters are talking about all the cool things that you can be and what you do in those different jobs. So as we read our book today, you're going to be thinking about what you would like to be when you grow up and have your own job. Let's go ahead and get started. Just like we did yesterday, Miss Rossi is going to have you pause the video to read each page and then unpause the video so we can move on to the next page together. You don't have this book in front of you, and that's okay. I still want your finger and your eyes on the text, which might be on the screen, which is a little bit different than we're used to, but you can do it. So now I want you to pause the video. I want you to read through the words, and I want you to unpause the video when you're finished reading both pages. Go ahead and pause your video now. Nice job if you read both of the pages of the book. We're going to get ready to go to the next page. Before we do that, raise your hand if you had to read through one of those words on this page. Good job. You should have had to read through a couple of those words. Raise your hand if you cross-checked to use the picture to help you. Awesome job. Let's go to the next page. I want you to read through the words on these pages. Go ahead and pause your video and read them now. Nice job reading the words on these pages. There were some tricky ones. I hope that you read through those words. I want you to take your finger and put it on that F word that's in bold on page 6. There's an F word that's in bold on page 6. Remember, bold is like the big dark letters. If you think you know what that word is, say it out loud now. The word is fantasy. The word is. That's a real second grade word. It says the game is a fun fantasy. At the end of our story, we're going to read the definition of fantasy is something that is pretend, something that is imagined, something that you can imagine. Awesome job. Let's go to the next page. I want you to read through the words, pause your video, and read them now. Go ahead. Awesome job reading through the words on this page. Let's go to the next page and keep reading. Pause your video and read through the words on these pages. Go ahead and do that now. Nice job if you paused your video and read all of the words of both of those pages. Raise your hand if you had to practice a strategy like reading through the word on these pages. Raise your hand if you guessed a word on these pages. I hope I don't see any hands in the air because we are not guessing, friends. We are reading through the word because your brain is smart enough and to handle that, and you're getting ready for second grade. Nice job if you read through all of the words about what a vet does on these pages. Let's go to the next page. Pause your video and read through the words on these pages. Go ahead and do that now. Nice job if you read about what art people do for comic books on these pages. I hope you read through the word. I hope you did not guess. Nice job if you tried your best. Let's move on. Go ahead and pause your video and read these pages now. Nice job if you read through the words on all of these pages. There were a couple tricky ones on this page, so I hope that you read through those words by reading the sounds and did not guess. Give yourself a pat on the back if you read through the words. Good job. Next page. On this page, I want you to read both pages, even the glossary. So you're going to pause your video, read page 15, and read page 16. Go ahead and pause your video and do that now. Nice job if you read the last page and the glossary. Remember, a glossary is the page where it tells us words and what they mean. They're definitions. Definitions. Nice job. So now we're going to go into some comprehension. This is just like what we do every single day at Kidney Table. You read the book, and then we talk about the book to make sure that you understand what the book was saying. So now we're going to go into some comprehension questions. Now, this is a little bit different because you don't have the book in front of you. So it's hard for you to go back into the text for our text evidence. So what Miss Rossi did was I put the pages where you can find text evidence on the page with the question. So I'm going to show you that now. So my first question says, what dish has carrots, rice, beans, and fish? Now, normally you would be going back into your text to find the page that has those words, but because you don't have the text in front of you, Miss Rossi has given you the page with text evidence. Now, you still have to reread the words. You still have to reread the words because Ms. Rossi is not going to tell you the answer. You still have to look at the words and reread them to answer the question. So I want you to pause your video and answer this question now. What dish has carrots, rice, beans, and fish? Go ahead and reread the words and answer your question now. Nice job if you reread the words that says, I'll be a cook and make a dish with carrots, rice, beans, and fish. I'll learn to cook, not by the book. I'll taste my stew, then take a look. So the dish you can see in the picture that has carrots, rice, beans, and fish is a stew. The correct answer is a stew. Nice job if you used your pictures and your words to help you with that question. Let's go on to the next one. What are people playing on the computer? I want you to reread your words, look at your pictures, and answer this question out loud now. Nice job if you looked at your words and saw that they're playing video games on the computers. They're also playing video games with those controllers. Let's go to the next page. What does fantasy mean? Now, you should have already read the definition of fantasy in your glossary. We also talked about it as we were reading the book. So now I want you to pause your video and say what fantasy means. Go ahead and pause your video and say it now. Let's go to the next page. Oh, sorry, friends. Fantasy, we talked about, means something that is pretend or something that is, you can use your imagination for. So he says the game is a fun fantasy. That means the game is a pretend game that they're playing together. Next question. What can you discover if you look into the sky? So in this question, there are two people that are using a telescope to look into the sky. So I want you to pause your video, read your words, and tell me what can you discover if you look into the sky. On page 8, it says, I'll discover many things, from brand new stars to Saturn's rings. So the answer to this question is you can discover stars in the sky, you can discover planets in the sky, you can even see planets that have rings in the sky. Nice job, let's go to the next one. What does a vet do? Go ahead and pause your video and answer this question out loud now. Nice job if you said that a vet helps sick animals like cats, dogs, mice, snakes, and bats. Veterans fix their cuts. They help them with broken bones. They give them casts. They make animals feel better. Nice job if you got that question right. Next question. What do we call people who draw pictures for books? Now, the answer to this question is not in the text. This is something that you should know from kindergarten and first grade. So I'm going to say the question again. I want you to use your brain to help you answer. What do we call people who draw pictures for books? Go ahead and pause your video and answer that question now. If you said an artist, you are close. Remember that an illustrator is the person that draws our pictures for our books. So for all the books that we read every single day, for example, this book, you can see that the pictures that are drawn are done by an illustrator. It's called an illustrator. It's called Nice job. Let's go to the next page. What do people who work in car shops do? I want you to reread your words and say this answer out loud. Go ahead and do that now. Nice job if you looked at your words and saw that people that work in car shops or an auto body shop, which is another word for a car shop, they fix old cars and they try to get old cars working. Last question, my favorite question. What job do you want to have when you grow up and why? So I want you to pause your video and you're going to say, the job I want to have is, and tell me why. Go ahead and pause your video now. Raise your hand if you said you want to be a teacher when you grow up. Raise your hand if you said you want to be a police officer or a firefighter. Raise your hand if you said you want to be a doctor or a nurse when you grow up. Raise your hand if you said you want to be an engineer or an architect. Raise your hand if you said you want to be in college. Nice job. If you said something different, I'm very proud of you. I know that you can be whatever you want to be. You keep working hard. Thumbs up if you're with me. Awesome job. Okay, friends, that's our second lesson of guided reading on YouTube. I want you all to know that you're doing an awesome job and your teachers are very proud of you, and we cannot wait to see you soon. Remember that today I still want you reading for at least 30 more minutes. At least 30 more minutes, and I also want you to practice your packet work and go online. Nice job, friends. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.